Let's take a look at team-based organizations. A difficulty in understanding teams is that the word teams and teamwork are often overused and applied loosely. For some people, team is simply another term for group. As used here, a team is a work group that must rely on collaboration if each member is to experience the optimum success and achievement. Teamwork is work done with an understanding and commitment to group goals on the part of all team members. All teams are groups, but not all groups are teams. Although the distinction between a group and a team may be valid, it's difficult to cast aside the practice of using the terms group and team interchangeably. Although an important goal of a team-based organization is for group members to participate in leadership and management activities, leaders still play an important role. In fact, they learn to lead in new ways. Team-based organizations need leaders who are knowledgeable in the team process and can help with the interpersonal demands of teams. For example, by giving feedback and resolving conflict. Quite often, the leader is a facilitator who works with 2 or 3 teams at a time. He or she helps them stay focused when personality and work style differences create problems. Without effective leadership, teams can get off course, go too far or not far enough, and become blocked by interpersonal conflict. Effective leadership is particularly important early in the history of a group to help it reach its potential. A role for executive level leaders requiring separate mention is that of leading a number of teams within the organization, referred to as intergroup leadership. To carry out the role successfully of building teamwork among various teams, a starting point is for the leader to frequently talk about the identity of the team composed of teams, building a shared collective identity across the teams. Intergroup leadership can also take place at middle levels within the organization. When the leader is not a member of the team, he or she is classified as an external leader. A notable challenge for the manager who leads a variety of teams is that different teams within the organization might have a culture of their own, referred to as a subculture. We emphasize again that an important role for the leader in team-based organizations is often to lead a group of people who do not report directly to them. As a consequence, many of the teamwork development tactics become all the more important for accomplishing results. Fostering teamwork is well worth the leader's attention because teamwork is a major contributor to team success. Sometimes a leader's inspiring personality alone can foster teamwork. Inspirational leaders, as well as less charismatic ones, can also encourage teamwork through their attitudes and what they do. The actions are divided into those that leaders can take using their own resources, informal techniques, and those that require organizational structure or policy, known as formal techniques. A starting point in developing teamwork is to specify the team's mission. The mission statement for the group helps answer the questions, why are we doing this, and what are we trying to accomplish? Any goal contained within the mission statement should be congruent with organizational objectives. A leader can specify the mission when the team is formed or at any other time. Being committed to a mission improves teamwork, as does the process of formulating a mission. To help implement the mission, it's useful for the leader to define the team tasks, or to work with the group in defining those tasks. Team members can then identify the subtasks for which each member has responsibility. Trust is at the heart of collaboration. Unless team members trust each other, they will not be dependent on each other and therefore will not work well as a team. A major strategy of teamwork development is to promote the attitude among group members that working together collectively and effectively is expected. Most profit as well as not-for-profit organizations emphasize that teamwork is important. A norm of teamwork is based on cooperation theory, a belief in cooperation and collaboration rather than competitiveness as a strategy for building teamwork. Team members are coached to understand the motivation to help each other should be as strong as the motivation to attain individual and group goals. The leader's role in developing teamwork can also be described as helping the group develop emotional intelligence. The leader contributes to the group's emotional intelligence by creating norms that establish trust among members. A standard way to build team spirit is to help the group realize why it should be proud of its accomplishments. The leader should help the group identify tasks that they excel at and promote them as strengths. Teamwork is enhanced when a leader practices conscious decision making. Contributing to important decisions helps group members feel that they're valuable to the team. Disagreements over issues are healthy, and team members are more likely to be committed to the consensus decision if their voice has been heard. When voices are heard, some power is shared. Team members need to believe that the team has urgent, constructive purposes. They also want to list expectations. The more urgent and relevant the rationale is, the more likely it is that the team will achieve its potential. To help establish urgency, it's helpful for the leader to challenge the group regularly. Teamwork is enhanced when the leader provides the team valid facts and information that motivate them to work together to modify the status quo. A strategic perspective on encouraging teamwork is for the leader to minimize micromanagement, the close monitoring of aspects of group member activities. The heavy presence of communication technology has had a significant impact on team leadership, especially when team members do not work in the same physical location. E-leadership is a form of leadership practiced in this context. The leadership focus shifts from individual networks of relationships because the internet facilitates connecting so many people. Group cohesiveness and therefore teamwork is fostered when team members are located close together and can interact frequently and easily. Frequent interaction often leads to camaraderie and a feeling of belongingness. A useful tactic for achieving physical proximity is to establish a shared physical facility, such as a conference room, research library, or beverage lounge. This area should be decorated differently from other areas, and a few amenities should be added, such as a coffee pot, microwave, and a refrigerator. Team members can use this area for refreshments and group interaction. Recognizing the contribution of a shared physical facility to promoting teamwork, many organizations have incorporated more open working space into the workplace, often eliminating private offices and cubicles. Giving rewards for group accomplishment reinforces teamwork because people receive rewards for what they've achieved collaboratively. Most of the work accomplished in organizations requires collaboration. In open book management, every employee is trained and motivated to understand and pursue the company's business goals. In this way, employees become business partners and perceive themselves as members of the same team. In a full form of open book management, workers share strategic and financial information as well as responsibility. The company also shares risks and rewards based on results, so workers are likely to pull together so that the company can succeed. Part of keeping workers well informed is for company leaders to host roundtable discussions about company financial information. Another approach is to regularly disseminate by email information about financial progress. A foundation strategy for achieving good teamwork is to select members for the team with aptitude, skill, and interest in teamwork. It is best for the team leader to choose workers who ask to be members of the team. A person's record of past team activity can also help one determine whether that person is an effective team player. Workers can collaborate better when they use information technology that fosters collaboration, often referred to as collaborative software. Cross-cultural considerations enter into enhancing teamwork as well as most aspects of leadership. Blending cultural differences is appealing to some workers and might make them more interested in performing as a team. Research and theory about the development of teamwork lag research and theory about many other aspects of leadership. Nevertheless, the leader member exchange model helps explain why one subgroup in a unit is part of a cohesive team, but another group is excluded. The theory deals with the relationship between a leader and a team member. However, the same theory tells us a lot about teamwork. The leader member exchange, or LMX model, proposes that leaders develop unique working relationships with group members. One subset of employees, the in group, is given additional rewards, responsibility, and trust in exchange for their loyalty and performance. The in group becomes part of a smoothly functioning team headed by the formal leader. In contrast, the out group employees are treated in accordance with a more formal understanding of leader group member relations. Out group members are less likely to experience good teamwork. Leaders do not typically use the same leadership style in dealing with all group members. Indeed, they treat each member somewhat differently. The linkages, relationships that exist between the leader and each individual team member probably differ in quality. In theory, the differences lie on a continuum of low quality to high quality. With group members on the top half of the continuum, the leader has a good relationship. With those on the lower half of the continuum, do not. Each of these pairs of relationships must be judged in terms of whether a group member is in or out with the leader. The positive regard that leaders and members have for each other is a contributor to the quality of their relationship. A note of caution about LMXs is the evidence suggests that the leader of the group members may perceive the quality of the exchange differently. In group members are invited to participate in important decision making and given added responsibility, and are privy to interesting gossip. Members of the out group receive little warmth, inspiration, or encouragement. In group members tend to achieve higher level of performance, commitment, and satisfaction than do out group members. Furthermore, they're less likely to quit. The in-group versus out-group status also includes an element of reciprocity or exchange. The leader grants more favors to in-group members, who in response work harder to please the leader, a contributor to being a good team player. Another of the many consequences of positive LMXs is that they may facilitate the leader having a transformational effect. When group members perceive leaders to have high status, it is easier for the leader to form the type of high quality relationship that contribute to good teamwork. The leader's first impression of a group member's competency plays an important role in placing the group member in the in or in the out group. Another key linking factor is whether the leader and team member have positive or negative chemistry. Group members who make effective use of influence and political tactics increase their chances for becoming members of the in group. A field study seems to confirm that first impressions make a difference. The researchers gathered ratings of 6 aspects of the manager group member dyad. Results showed that the initial leader expectations of members and member expectations of the leader were good predictors of the LMXs at 2 weeks and at 6 weeks. Member expectations of the leader also accurately predicted member assessments of the quality of the LMX at 6 months. An important interpretation of these results is that the LMX is formed in the first days of the relationship. In summary, the LMX model provides a partial explanation of teamwork development. Members of the in-group work smoothly together and with the leader because they feel privileged. Being a member of the out-group may not diminish teamwork, but it certainly does not make a positive contribution.